We're glad you're with us in the first annual Celebration of Success Signing Day event. It's presented by Lifting As We Climb Foundation and recognizes the high school student athletes that have achieved excellence in the classroom and on the field. Let me repeat that. In the classroom and on the field. We have a tendency to forget that they're student athletes. All we do is we hear the cheering going on Saturday nights or Friday nights, and we forget that during the week these kids are busted into the classroom, making sure they're getting grades, because otherwise the coaches won't put them on the football field and mom and dad won't let them get to practice. The Lifting As We Climb Foundation is a 501c3 charity founded in 2004 by 5 friends from Hampton University. These are buddies that decided to make a difference in life. Make a difference in your lives. As you go forward, wherever it may be, I don't know if it's engineer, I don't know if it's an NFL player, remember what these men decided to do for you. Remember what your parents and your coaches decided to do for you. Because their primary goal is to ensure these students graduate from high school and enroll in college. Whether it be from Detroit or Washington, D.C., wherever this program may take it. No student is left behind in their pursuit of success in life. The organization hosts several programs throughout the year to help students, including college tours, exposure camps, off-season training, academic tutoring, and mentoring sessions. And maybe that's the most important part of the whole philosophy here, the mentoring sessions. We know that football is big in this country, don't we? I mean, it's signing day today. There's 850 college football programs. There's more than 80,000 college football players currently playing college football. 80,000. It's the #1 scholarship sport at the collegiate level. 1.4% of high school football participants in a given year earn a scholarship. Remember I talked about unique? That's how unique you are. 1.4% earn a college scholarship. Tonight, we recognize 55 of these students from our great area that have received scholarships to colleges. You gentlemen have succeeded on both on the field and off the field, despite a lot of challenging circumstances. Where other kids have given in and other kids chose the wrong route, you made the right decision. We also want to thank our sponsors tonight, DTE Energy, Forgotten Harvest, Muscle Milk, and Adidas for making this event possible. So, let's get ready to enjoy our dining, enjoy everybody's company, and enjoy another night of your success story. Before we begin the celebration, we have the invocation by Minister Brian Denham, followed by dinner. Make sure you watch the main screen to learn more about the work of the Lifting As We Climb Foundation and our sponsors. So welcome, Brian Denham. Brian?
God bless everyone on tonight. I want to ask that we would just simply bow our heads at this time and go before the Lord in prayer. Kind and gracious Father, we come before your presence tonight as humbly as we know how. We thank you for this day. We thank you for this wonderful event and this wonderful occasion. Father God, we ask your blessings upon these students that have achieved so high goals, and we give you praise for where they are going. Father God, we ask that you would order their steps from here. Dear God, we ask that you would give them the ability to remain humble, and dear God, looking to you for strength and direction. We thank you for what you've already done in their lives, but dear God, it's not the finish. They're going further in the strength of the Lord. I ask that you would order their steps, lead them and guide them as they go further ahead. And once again, we thank you for the success. We thank you for the scholarships. We thank you for the goals, and we thank you for a bright future ahead of them. Continue to be with them, continue to get the glory out of their lives, and we will give you the praise in your name. Amen.
Dinner's in the back, and somebody will guide you to the buffet, I believe. So enjoy the good meal, and we will be shortly back with you to extend the program. First honoree tonight is James Leon Alexander Jr. 32 tackles, 18 assists, 3 sacks, 4 picks. At 6'2", 192, he played his high school ball at Martin Luther King. He was an All-City honorable mention his junior campaign and a first-team DPSL his senior season. Where is James Leon Alexander and the school in which he will be attending? I will see him and follow him on a pretty regular basis as he goes to play for Frank Solich in Ohio.
Thank you, and I'll be attending Ohio University. Go Bobcats.
It's a beautiful campus. Has anyone been to Athens, Ohio? It's phenomenal. It's a long way away from where we are, but it's a beautiful program. Michael Allen played his high school ball at Martin Luther King High School, 6'1", 185-pounder, an All-Stater, All-City, All-Metro, 41 receptions, 746 yards, and 12 touchdowns.
I will be attending Northern Illinois University this fall. Go Huskies.
How about the Huskies being the first non-BCS school to play a BCS bowl game? How cool is that, huh? Jordan Lynch, by the way, I voted third in my Heisman voting. Third. His numbers were better than Colin Klein's at Kansas State. I know. Shut up, Matt, and move on. Brandon Bean. Brandon Bean played at Southfield, 6'3", 200-pound wide receiver, a 2-time All-League, also a hoopster as well.
My name is Brandon Bean, receiver at Southfield High School. I just want to thank God for this opportunity and a blessing to be able to be a Laker at Grand Valley State University. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Another great program, Grand Valley. Year in and year out, they're in the playoffs. Didn't make it this year, but they are really good. Nathan Bosfrey, Chelsea, tight end, 6'3½", 235-pounder, all conference twice, and all area as well.
Thank you, and I'm honored to attend the United States Air Force Academy.
Deshaun Brown from South Lake High School, running back, 6 feet, 200-pounder, and a Team Character Award winner with a 3.5 grade point average, over 1,000 rushing yards and 15 TDs.
Thank you. I will be attending Ferris State University.
Colin Buchanan from Southfield High School, a running back, 6'5", 305 pounds, All-State, and a Dream Team Oakland Press. You're a big running back. That's running back right here. See that? They do have that wrong. This is a big horse. I want him plowing the way for running.
Thank you. I'd like to thank both my parents and go Red Hawks.
Beautiful campus in Oxford. Jalen Dandridge. He's a defensive lineman at 6'3", 290 pounds. All-City first-team defense at East English Village. A Detroit Free Press All-Stater as well. Had 21 tackles, 9 for a loss, and 3 sacks.
Thank you, and I will be attending Notre Dame College in the fall.
Darius Danzy played high school football at Southfield as a defensive back at 5'11", 175 pounds. 6 picks, 1 for a touchdown, 33 tackles, and 6 pass breakups. You do not throw his way.
Thank you. I will be attending North Michigan next year.
Anthony D'Arcangelo out of Catholic Central, and Tom Mack, a running back at 6 feet, 190 pounds, an all-stater who had 237 tackles and over 2,500 rushing yards and 34 touchdowns.
I want to thank my parents, my coach, Go Bulldogs.
David Dawson is one of the best linemen in the country out of Cass Tech, and Thomas Wilcher's program, 6'3", 300-pounder, a dream teamer, an all-stater, and an Army All-American. David Dawson.
I'd like to say thanks to my family, my coaches. I'm truly blessed. It was Under Armour All-American, not the Army.
Trayvon Desashore out of South Lake High School, quarterback at 6'2", 200 pounds, an all-MAC silver selection, over 1,400 yards passing, the dual threat, 800 yards rushing, 22 touchdowns. And the only time I can beat him in a race is right now.
Thank you, and I'll be attending Fair State University. Go Bulldogs.
A lot of guys with new addresses in Big Rapids tonight. Cameron Dillard out of Plymouth, Canton, 6'4", 290-pounder, a 2-time All-Stater, a dream teamer for 2 consecutive years.
I just want to thank my family and my coaches for being here tonight, and go Gators.
Kyle Dinkins out of Ecorse High School, the quarterback at 6'2", 225 pounds, the second all-time leading passer in Michigan high school football history, a first-team All-Stater, a first-team honorable mention earlier in his career, over 9,300 yards passing, that's 240 a game, by the way, for his career, and 88 career touchdowns.
I'd like to say thank you to God, always put him first, and thank you to my parents. Go Pirates.
Delshawn Dukes out of South Lake High School, a middle linebacker, 6 feet, 240-pounder, a Division IV All-Stater, an All-MAC Silver, a team captain, the team MVP with over 125 tackles and 5 touchdowns on the defensive side.
Thank you to my mom. Thanks to Coach Brock. Thanks to my whole support system. Go Reavers, man. Thank you.
Willie Duncan played football at Southfield as a linebacker at 5'10", 2 1/4, 82 tackles, 3 fumble recoveries, 3 forced fumbles, an interception return for a touchdown.
I will be attending Arkansas Pine Bluff. And I'd like to thank God and my family. Go Lions.
Good bloodlines for Berkley Edwards out of Chelsea High School, the running back, 5'9", 185-pounder, the AP Division III-IV All-State athlete. Significant stats are the fact that he rushed for over 1,300 yards, 21 touchdowns, and as a starter in his career in 2 years as a starter, almost 3,000 yards and 39 scores.
Thank you, and I will be attending the University of Minnesota.
Got a brand new stadium just for Berkley Edwards there. Kendall English out of Cass Tech, the safety at 6 feet, 175 pounds, an honor rollee, and 50 tackles, 4 block punts, 5 forced fumbles for Kendall English.
Good evening. My name is Kendall English, and I will be attending Notre Dame College in Ohio. Go Falcons.
Aaron Enox out of Castech, a running back, 5'10", 175 pounds, a Do the Right Thing Urban Leaguers Detroiter Award for Castech. 12 deflections, 25 tackles, a pick, and 2 forced fumbles.
I'm a defensive back. And I want to thank my mom, my sister, my uncle, and my girlfriend for attending today. And I'm going to be a Falcon.
Hold on. Everybody, make sure everybody sees those shoes. Not many people can get away with these shoes, but he can. Look at that. That's nice. All right, Dennis Finley's out of Castech. Tom Wilcher, you got something going on there or what? An offensive lineman, 6'5", 320-pounder, all-city, all-state, a blue chipper, Dennis Finley.
I want to thank my family. I want to thank my coaching staff. So great.
Test the height of this microphone with some of these guys, what we need to do. Samuel Garner, out of Pershing High School, 5'11", 210-pound linebacker, honorable mention All-City, honorable mention All-Metro.
I just want to use this opportunity to thank God and everybody that ever helped me in life, and to humbly thank God for this opportunity to play football on the next level at Berkley Edwards.
Gerald Gates, out of Southfield High School, the running back at 5'9", 180 pounds, scored 11 touchdowns, rushed for over 800 yards, and was an all-league honoree.
I want to thank God, thank my parents, my little brother, and Gerald Gates, Tennessee University.
Kenton Gibbs out of Castech, the D-tackle, stands 6'3", 270 pounds, an all-state Division I Dream Team captain, big-time player, 39 unassisted tackles, 11 and a half sacks, forced fumbles, and picks for the big fella.
My name is Steve Gibbs, and I'll be attending North Carolina State University.
DeMarco Gully out of Detroit Cody, quarterback and a defensive back at 5'9", 185-pounder, but he was also a first-team All-Metro, first-team All-State defensive back who also threw for 1,400 yards, 16 touchdowns, rushed for over 1,000 yards, and 13 scores. DeMarco Gully, who is not here, but he's going to be attending Grand Valley State University. To Dale Harris out of Pershing. He did it all, linebacker, running back, even kicked at 5'11", 180, an all-city running back and linebacker, all-metro second teamer who rushed for over 1,000 yards and made 94 tackles this past season.
How y'all doing? I want to thank my mom and my dad, my little brother, and I thank God, last but not least. Go Chargers.
Delano Hill out of Castech, safety at 6'1", 200 pounds, 2-year starter on back-to-back state championship squads, a blue chipper, a Nike All-American team, and invited to the opening camp in Oregon as well.
Hi, everyone. I just want to thank my family and my coaches. I will be attending the University of Michigan.
Khalil Hill out of East English Village. The center stands 5'10", 155 pounds, was an All-City and All-Metro League selection.
Defensive back, I just want to thank God, family, friends, and I'm going to be attending in the fall Grand Valley State. Go Lakers.
Play center when he was 4, so you gotta bear with us. Leon Johnson out of East English Village. Defensive end, that's the body of the end. An Honor Society member too. On defense, 69 tackles, 14 for a loss, 8 sacks, and led a defense that recorded 4 shutouts on the year.
My name is Leon Johnson, former attend Notre Dame College.
Joe Journey out of Cass Tech. A defensive back and running back, second team All-City and All-Metro at 5'11", 205 pounds.
My name is Joe Journey, and I will be attending Northwood University.
Desmond King is out of East English Village as a cornerback at 5'11", 190 pounds, an All-State first-team D-back, All-Metro, All-City, and holds King records and state records for career interceptions with 29. Our quarterback's going on.
I would like to thank God, thank my parents, my girlfriend, Coach Odin out there wherever you at. Raise your hand. There you go, the great Coach Odin. And all the things, I'd like to thank Coach Blackwell for all the help he did for me, taking me on trips, getting me the exposure that I need. And I'm going to attend University of Iowa in the fall of 2013.
Shane Lacmanera out of Brother Rice, a quarterback at 5'9", 160 pounds, a team captain, an all-league honoree. Tied for first in Brother Rice history for highest completion percentage in a game, and the first quarterback in Rice history to win back-to-back state championships, 18-2. He's a winner.
I'd like to thank God and my family. I'll be attending Ohio Wesleyan University.
Jeff Madison out of Southfield, the linebacker, stands 6 feet, 202 pounds, an all-state linebacker, 98 tackles, 3 forced fumbles, an interception, and 4 sacks.
First off, I'd like to thank God. I'd like to thank my family, my coaches, Maximum Exposure, Coach Blackwell, Coach Brown, and go Lakers.
Equan Moore out of East English Village, the offensive lineman, 215 pounds, was a second team all-conference and linebacker of the year. 83 tackles, 4 touchdowns, 3 fumble recoveries, and he forced 2 fumbles as well.
I used to play O-line in 2010, but for the next 4 years, I'll be going to Notre Dame College. Go Falcons.
Shane Morris out of Warren De La Salle, Under Armour All-American, Elite 11 finalist, All-League, All-State, 6'3", 200-pounder, Shane Morris.
First off, I'd like to thank God, and I'd like to thank my parents, my family for everything they've done for me, and Coach Blackwell for helping me with college and exposure and opening me to all opportunities that lay ahead of me. And I'll be attending the University of Michigan.
Jaquan Pace out of Cass Tech, the defensive back, 5'10", 165 pounds, a first-team All-City. Got his first shot as a starter on defense and 17 unassisted tackles and 4 interceptions. Also caught 8 touchdown passes.
First off, I'd like to thank God, my family, and coaches, and in the fall, I'll be attending Eastern Michigan University. Go Eagles.
Teal Redding out of Michigan Collegiate, the wide receiver at 6'2", 170 pounds, a 4-year starter, all-state receiver, all-county receiver, and defensive back as well. and the Offensive Player of the Year at Michigan Collegiate.
First off, I'd like to thank God, my family, coaches, little brother that's here for coming tonight, and Coach Blackwell for helping me with all the camps he done took me to all around the states and giving me good competition every week. Thank y'all. And I'll be attending Bowling Green University.
Aaron Sumner out of Cass Tech, the offensive lineman, 6'3", 290 pounds, strong leader, all Metro and all City, Aaron Sumner.
First, I'd like to thank the whole Cass Tech family, my mom, and I'm planning on going to Norfolk University.
Poet Thomas, the defensive tackle out of Detroit Country Day, stands 6'7", 315 pounds, and an all-Oakland County selection.
Thank you. I would like to thank my mom and my dad, my little sister, and the rest of my family, and next year I will be attending Texas Tech University in Lubbock.
Jon Reiske out of Brother Rice, a 3-time All-Catholic selection, 2-time All-State, captain of the Dream Team, a runner-up for Mr. Football, an All-American, and back-to-back state champions for the Warriors.
I want to thank my family, and I want to thank God for this opportunity to play football. And next fall, I'll be taking my talents to East Lane, so go Green.
Dewan Rogers out of Cass Tech, the cornerback, 6'1", 185 pounds, a blue chip selection, all city and all region.
I'd like to thank God, my family, all my friends, and my former teammates that's here today, getting honored for helping me become the person and player I am today. I'll be attending the University of Toledo. Go Rockets.
Savon Thomas out of Martin Luther King High School, the linebacker, 6'1½", 192 pounds, 73 tackles, 7 for a loss, 3 forced fumbles, and 4 sacks.
I just want to say thank you to everybody who would never let me give up even when I didn't have nothing left in me. Go Timberwolves.
Trey Walton out of Southfield High School, the wide receiver, was an All-North honorable mention, 2-time All-League, and an All-Stater in track.
I'll be attending Grand Valley State, play receiver. I'd like to thank my parents for all the support. Go Lakers.
Jack Wangler at 6'2", 195-pound wide receiver out of Warren D. LaSalle, a 2-time All-League honoree, All-Catholic twice, and an All-State as a junior with over 1,300 career receiving yards.
First off, I'd like to thank God for this opportunity, and I'd like to thank my family and the entire Maximum Exposure family, especially Curtis Blackwell. And next year, I'll be attending the University of Michigan. Go Blue!
Davon Williams out of Martin Luther King High School, the quarterback at 6'2", 210 pounds, an honorable mention All-State, honorable mention All-Dream Teamer.
I'd like to thank God
coaches, whole King staff. We go to Washington, D.C., Howard University.
Casante York out of Chandler Park High School, the wide receiver at 6'3", 190 pounds, was a first-team All-State, first-team All-Metro, All-Conference first-team 4 years, had over 1,700 yards receiving with 31 touchdowns, 142 tackles, and 14 interceptions.
First off, I want to thank God, my family, my dad. I wouldn't be nothing without you. CPA, I'm committed to Michigan. Hail to the victors.
Congratulations to all these student athletes. Well deserved. Big round of applause. Before I introduce the Vice President and co-founder of the Lifting As We Climb Foundation, Curtis Blackwell, for some of his remarks, I'd like to welcome in Rodney Cole. He is with DTE, the Corporate and Government Affairs, and a big reason why we're able to have it at such a beautiful establishment. DTE, one of our big sponsors, along with Adidas and Muscle Milk, and so many people who've gone into helping us prepare for something like this. We really appreciate everything they've done for us. And DTE, what a beautiful facility is here. And don't forget the Forgotten Harvest as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Rodney Cole.
Good evening. Very quickly, I just want to, on behalf of DTE Energy, welcome you all and let you know how truly happy we are to be a part of this event and provide our support to such a worthwhile effort here. There's all the young men and all the talent and all the potential that you see placed in front of you up here. Congratulations to all the young men on all of your athletic accomplishments. You sit here in front of everyone really living the dream that so many young people that strap on the helmets at very young ages, they all dream of being where you are today. So you're to be commended for reaching this point, but you can't be commended for reaching this point without also commending you for your academic accomplishments as well. Because none of you would be going to any of these 5 universities that you mentioned here if you haven't also handled your business in the 5. Congratulations. And again, on behalf of DTE Energy, again, we're happy to be a part of this event and congratulate each and every one of you on your bright future. Thank you.
Thank you, Rodney. You heard a couple people already recognize Curtis Blackwell. They called him Coach. He graduated from Martin Luther King High School, earned a football scholarship to Hampton, master's degree in sports administration from Baylor as well, the first recipient of the AFCA Baylor University Joint Sports Administration Graduate Scholarship Program, and upon graduation was selected to participate in the National Collegiate Athletic Association intern program. After 8 years of college and internships, he came back home. He came back home to make a difference, to ensure that Detroit's youth in his hometown had the same opportunities in education and athletics as himself. He was a high school football coach for 5 years. For that alone, he should be applauded. But in addition to that, now the co-founder of the Lifting As We Climb Foundation that works with over 5,000 students in Detroit, Washington, D.C., Chicago, and Tulsa, Oklahoma. Please join me in welcoming the man who helped put this all together and the man whose vision has been greater than anybody ever thought it could be, Curtis Blackwell.
Thank you, Matt. I really appreciate your support here today. And more importantly, I thank you for taking the time out to be here. Matt's family, we had a an interesting thing happened this morning. At 7:30 a.m., I was scheduled to be on a radio show. And Matt Shepard, if you all don't know, he's on 11:30 a.m. and he does a great job every day with the sports updates and things like that. So as I'm getting ready to get prepared for the interview, something bigger and more important than these boys and this event called my name, and that was my daughter. And so she actually had a cold, she had a flu, so I had to go to the hospital, and so I was unable to be a part of the interview. But Matt was going through the same thing as well. His daughter and his wife had the flu as well, but Matt still made it out here today, and he committed his time today to help us out. So everybody give Matt a round of applause. There's only one thing that I want to say. This right here is, I mean, when I came back home to the city of Detroit, this is what I wanted to do, and that's all. All I wanted to do was ensure that young people in the city of Detroit had the same opportunity as me. And I'm so thankful that I had great people around me to develop me into the person I am. My mom is here, my auntie is here, Marilyn Harville, Sylvia, and my sister, my best friend, Turquoise. Where you all at? Raise your hands in the back. Those are the reasons, those are the people that made me this person today. And that's the only thing that I think we all must do. When we started Lifting As We Climb Foundation, the one thing that we wanted to do was do all that we could with what we had. Lift as we climb. It didn't mean wait till you're 65 years old and go back and start doing things. But if you're in college, you guys here that are on your way to school, there's something you can do every single day to make a difference. And I just want you all to know that the organization that we have here today, the people that put this together are proof that it doesn't take a whole lot to make a difference. This is our city. These are our children. We don't need anyone else to come in and make an impact. We can do it ourselves, and I think you all can see it for yourselves, the difference that we're making. And I just want to say that one of the most often forgot about things that you don't realize in this whole process is that it takes great parents to make this process work. I mean, it is so important to have parental support, and the parents that are here today signify a model or of what every parent should try to be like. So often we get ready to do these programs, you know, the boys start off, and we always start off with way more than what you see here today. We start off with 150, maybe 200, but slowly but surely some of them don't have the support to keep pushing them, to keep bringing them and taking them to and from, and even doing the fundraising events that it takes to make it happen. But these parents that are here today, and the ones that you just heard from, are the ones that have really went above and beyond to make sure that their sons have whatever it took to be where they need to be in life. And I think that's the reason why you see so many young men here successful. Our goal, just to tell you about the Lifting As We Climb Foundation, our goal next year is to have 100 young men sitting up here. That's our goal, to have 100 people. When I first came home, you know, some people said that what we were doing was, you know, not really realistic. I didn't play at the University of Michigan, or I didn't, you know, play professionally. I just took what I had and made the most of it. But I am a believer that if you put your mind to it, you can do it and you can achieve it. And so everyone that's here, you can see an envelope and a form in your paper. It looks like this. Please make whatever contribution you can to our organization today. What we're asking is that every parent that supports Jon Reiske from Adidas has an Adidas shirt that he's going to give to everyone who gives a donation. It's about a $15, $20 shirt, but he's going to give it to every parent who makes a donation. So as your way out, you can drop whatever donations you have. You'll be able to get an Adidas shirt for what you contribute to the organization today. Next, I'm going to bring up Jon Reiske. Jon Reiske has been one of the biggest supporters of our organization. Jon played football at the University of Michigan, but he's a local guy. He played high school football at Royal Oak Shrine. And Jon was the first corporate partner that we ever had for our small organization. And it all started back when I was working at Think Detroit Pal, and one of my former mentors, Alan Hughes. Alan, can you raise your hand? So we were doing some programs. Alan said, "Curtis, man, I'm going to introduce you to my guy. This is my man, but don't mess it up." He said, "Don't mess it up." And so it almost got messed up because we had a sponsor that was going to step up and pay for some things for the boys, and they didn't do it. So Alan said, "Kurt, what did I tell you?" I said, "I got it taken care of." And so we did a fundraiser. We came up with the funds to pay for the things that the sponsor didn't do. But from that moment forward, Jon has done everything he can to support us. He's invited all of his friends and his contacts. He's also had both of his sons to be a part of this program. He's not a guy that's just on the sideline, but he's a part of it. And he travels all the trips with us, and he's the guy that runs Top Cat Sales in Adidas. So Adidas isn't just about some random company that we're working with. Adidas is a partner because we're all family. And Jon Wengler is the reason why you see Adidas all around the city of Detroit, all around the state of Michigan. Jon Wengler is the reason why Michigan went from Nike to Adidas. So this guy has really been supportive, and it's not something that he's doing from afar. He's all the way in. Would everybody give a round of applause for Jon Wengler, please?
I think thank you for having me up here. I think Curtis is always nervous when I get the microphone because sometimes I don't give it up. I had a great mentor. I'm going to introduce him in a minute, but he did not play football at the University of Michigan. He always wanted to, so for his 35th birthday last week, we got him a Michigan jersey and put his name on it and his number, so he's an honorary member, there's no question. But anyway, I've been involved, as you mentioned, probably heavily for the last 4 or 5 years, and it's been a great experience, and I'll tell you, I've been able to travel on the trips with the kids, help coach, be involved at a lot of different levels, and I can't tell you how wonderful these kids are. I've seen a lot of kids. I'm an old guy, and we've never had any problems with any of the kids on the trips. They've always been respectful and great kids, and had a lot of fun, never gotten in any trouble. And I think it's a real testament to this program and what Curtis has built and the kind of kids he invites into the program, and as well as their parents and their upbringings. And I can't tell you how impressed I've been with what's gone on. And it's really led to Adidas continually to support it, kind of from a small way 4 or 5 years ago to quite a large way last summer. And based on what he's done last year and the last really 7, 8 years, Adidas has doubled their commitment to Curtis's program here. And I think it's going to be very shortly that they'll probably try and do a long-term deal to be involved with maximum exposure and lifting as we climb in the city of Detroit. And it's a real testament to what the kind of work everyone's done. And believe me, there's no program in the nation that Adidas is supporting like they are here in Detroit. And everyone's coming at the shoe companies to try to get them to endorse their product. And based on what they've seen, the way this has grown, they couldn't be happier with the development of the program and what they're doing for all the kids in the city of Detroit and Metro Detroit and really the state of Michigan. So it touches a lot of different kids in a lot of different ways, and we're proud to be a part of it. I got to introduce a few guys who were nice enough to come down and support this program. A lot of my teammates, some of them a little older than me, some of them a little younger than me. And I want to introduce you and acknowledge you. And if I miss anybody, you guys can take care of me in the back when I'm done. I was hitting the head a few times because Mike Lee only missed a couple of blocks, and so I don't remember quite as well as I used to, but I do my best. First guy I'd like to introduce, if he'd stand real quickly. The reason I think I got into trying to give back, besides the fact that my parents always taught me that was what you do, and always stressed trying to help everybody out all the way along, because you don't get to where you are by yourself, and you got to help everybody who's going to help you, because you'll have hard times. But the guy who really was the biggest influence for me in the city of Detroit was Reggie McKenzie. And Reggie's nice enough to come. Reggie had a camp, his football camp in Highland Park for probably 25, 30 years. He really started this movement, I think, in our city. And a lot of the coaches out there probably went to Reggie's camp, were taught by Reggie, were counseled by Reggie. And he started at, what, 1972, something like that, Reg? 74, when he was just graduated from the University of Michigan. And then he was playing for the Buffalo Bills. Reggie's one of the greatest players we ever had at the University of Michigan. All-pro lineman for the Buffalo Bills. Blocked for O.J. Simpson when he set the record, the rushing record. And as great a player as Reggie was on the field, he was a better person off it. And I always looked up to Reggie. He was nice enough to let me come and be his quarterback coach there for a long time. And that was always the highlight of my summer, to go spend those 2 days working with Reggie and the guys. So, Reggie, if you'd stand up, big knowledge, I appreciate it. The next guy I'm going to introduce is Berkley Edwards, Stan's son. And I've known Berkley since he was a little kid, watched him grow up, become one of the greatest receivers, if not the greatest we've ever had at the University of Michigan. I can't really give him that title because my partner Anthony Carter really, he was my guy. But Braylon, I've seen him grow and develop as a young man. He's done some wonderful things, both on and off the field. He's always given back when we've asked him. I remember he came back and spoke at numerous camps when he was in Michigan, when he's been in the pros. He's the reason all the boys are wearing nice white shirts and ties, and done a great job trying to help out. And great receiver again. And I think the thing about Braylon is, he told me, I can't believe he's 30 years old, because that was making Stan and I like 70. But he wants to be involved in the community. And as you get older, I think you get a sense of perspective, and everything's fleeting, but what you give back to these kids is really the reason, we do what we do. And we're very appreciative that Berkley wanted to come in and be a part of it tonight, and we'd like to have him up here and say a few words and give him a real warm welcome for Berkley Edwards.
I appreciate that. Thank you, John. First and foremost, thank you to Lifting As We Climb Foundation. Just listening to these young men play, as well as watching the video and listening to the parents who are helping in the organization. You guys are doing some tremendous things. So to be able to be up here and be a speaker and just be able to shed a little bit of light and share, I guess, a couple stories is a privilege. I did not go to King at the same time as Kurt. He's a little bit older than me, but I did go to the same school, and have him up here and just listen to his passion for what he's doing in the community here in Detroit is amazing. And they talk about athletes as heroes and people that you should look up to. No. That's the guy you should look up to. That's the guy you should want to be when you guys get older. To the reason why we're here, congrats to all of them. Congrats to what you've done in the classroom, first and foremost. Congrats to what you've done on that field. Second of all, this has got you to these universities where you have a chance to really take advantage of that opportunity in that situation. So congratulations to you. But to piggyback what Matt said, congratulations to the parents, and to piggyback what Curtis said, and everybody else that has spoken. Congratulations to the parents, the aunties, or whoever you guys stay with, who's taking care of you. Maybe it's a coach. The countless hours and devotion and the love that they give you and they spend, and they give into you all their time is the reason why you guys are going to the universities. It's the reason why we're here. I mean, my parents are here, and luckily my brother's up here as well. But I saw it out of my parents with myself. I saw it out of my parents with my brother. So I can empathize with you guys are doing as well. So I really want to take the time to thank the parents and thank the caretakers of these kids. One of the important things as you guys listen to the speakers, the people that come before you, and the people that you had downstairs when we had the media outbreak camp, and things of that nature is, you want to take the time to appreciate the lessons that you're getting, because you're getting valuable lessons if you take the chance to apply it, if you take the chance to listen to it, to remember it, to write it down, out of everybody that spoke tonight, just remember something somebody said, because there are going to be kids up here that aren't going to listen to what people said. There's 55 of you, and I wish all 55 of you the best, but there's going to be one or two that didn't pay attention. And that time is going to come at one point in your life where you're going to have to make a decision, but because you didn't pay attention, that decision is going to be made in the wrong way. So take the time to appreciate the knowledge that these people are taking the time out to give you. No one's getting paid for this. People are coming. You can see it in Curtis' eyes. It's pure passion. It's just the love for a city, the love for you guys, the love for the parents, the love for what we want to be able to see you guys achieve. That's why we're here. You got to use college as a stepping stone. Like, you made it to college, congratulations. You're to be celebrated, that's why we're here. But that's not enough. That's not enough. Once you get to college, now you have to utilize the classroom, because let's face it, everybody wants to be in the NFL. I'm sure everybody wants to be in the NFL at some point, and that's fine. That's a dream, and I hope you achieve it. But everyone's not going to make the NFL. So what's your plan B? What do you do next? Like, where do you go to if the NFL doesn't work? Were you paying attention to the classroom, or were you just there goofing off? A lot of guys I played ball with in Michigan, they didn't make the NFL. Some guys had plans. Some of them are doctors. Some of them are lawyers. Some of them are in engineering. Some of them aren't. Some of them chose not to pay attention and take it seriously. And now those guys are calling other guys trying to make a way and find a way for themselves. So don't let that be you. Use the relationships that you get. You never know who's going to be in the dorm next to you. You never know who's going to be a friend on the team, or maybe not even on the team. I was a roommate. I had a guy that stayed right next to me in West Quad at University of Michigan. Y'all know about West Quad. It's this guy. His name was Sid Schwarmer. He was an Indian guy. And my dad came up there one time, and my dad said, you know, you should make friends with everybody around you. You never know what people are going to do. I'm like, all right, whatever. So I blew it off and blew it off and blew it off. Well, I ran into him maybe 4 years ago. He makes $100 million a year. He makes $100 million a year. He's a marketer. He developed the technology forgive me, I don't want to lie because I can't think of what it was right now, but he developed the technology for a corporation, sold their technology, and made a lot of money. So I wish that I can go back to 2001 and talk to him, maybe take him to dinner or something, but so you just never know what relationships you're going to miss out on. I mean, I'm in the NFL, but I don't make that kind of money. So I wish I would have taken advantage of that situation. Last but not least, I want to hit on is giving back. Curtis talked about it, and that's what Curtis is doing. That's what this event is just giving back, giving your time. You want to give back because people gave to you, your parents, your friends, a neighbor, a grandma, a coach. They gave you their time, an organization. Like, I'm just listening to all the organizations, or not even organizations, but the city is taking me back down memory lane. Like, she just mentioned the Cubs. I played for the Cubs. A couple guys up here went to King. I went to King. You know what I'm saying? I remember Brazy McKenzie Foundation. I was in it. My father participated in it. Then I became a staff member and helped out. So these things, these channels that you're hearing about, create your own. Or always give back when you can. Whenever someone invites you to do something, if you have the time, take a little time and help a kid. Because at the end of the day, you want somebody to be up here that you help. You want a son. You want a brother, you want a cousin, you want a friend, you want a nephew, somebody in your neighborhood, some random kid that comes up to you and say, man, I remember you at Cass Tech, and then you went to Michigan, I followed your whole career. Yeah, it's gonna be special to help that kid get to this podium. So take advantage of relationships and take advantage of yourself. You guys have a tremendous opportunity for yourself and for the community of Detroit by going out there and taking care of business and then coming back. Thank you.
Berkley Edwards has done that, by the way. Yeah, I mean, he practices what he preaches. Okay, he pledged $500,000 endowment to the University of Michigan towards a scholarship endowment for football players. That's the largest pledge to the department by any current pro athlete. He also, listen to this, he also gifted $1 million, $1 million to 100 Cleveland college-bound 8th graders as part of his Advanced 100 program. You want to give back? You make it big, you remember from which you came like Berkley Edwards did. Way to go, Braylon. The single most important factor outside the home, outside the parents, and influencing these kids in their football careers is their high school football coach, or many of the coaches who've helped them along the way. City of Detroit Councilman Andre Spivey is going to recognize these outstanding coaches. He is too a Detroiter from Cass Tech, and he joins us now to honor the men who are on the football field, blowing the whistle, keeping your kids in line. Ladies and gentlemen, Detroit City Council member Andre Spivey.
Good evening, everyone. It is a pleasure to be here tonight with the Lifted As We Climb Foundation to recognize these young men. This is a wonderful day to celebrate them and to DTE and all of our sponsors. But as Matt said, the coaches are very important. The late George Hallis said, what is the attribute of greatest coach? And he said commitment. And late Eddie Robinson said the greatest profession in coaching, a great attribute in coaching is love. And you must love your players in order to lead your players. And we are recognizing coaches tonight for all the work that they have done. Coaches are sometimes a father, a brother, a friend, a confidant, and oftentimes players will listen, parents, to the coaches before they listen to you. And you said the exact same thing the coaches said, but they hear it better sometimes from a coach. So we're thankful for our coaches tonight. I have a set of coaches first who are not necessarily in the city of Detroit, but they have come here to work in the Lifting As We Climb Foundation, and they bring their players here, they work at the camp, and we do want to recognize them with awards from the city of Detroit. And you will also receive a gift from Adidas of the coaches who are here tonight. So as I call your name, you come forward very quickly. This is from the Detroit City Council, award of recognition presented to, this will be all the coaches outside the city of Detroit. Coach Tim Baxter from Plymouth Canton High School, won't you come forward? And as he comes forward, recognize Coach Tim Conley from Southfield High School. Coach Shantarius Brock from South Lake High School. Coach John Jurgovich from Chandler Park High School. Coach Don McClain from Detroit Country Day High School. And Coach Mansfield Dinkins from Ecorse High School. And next we have awards for our coaches within the city limits of Detroit. They will receive a Spirit of Detroit Award. It's presented herewith as an expression of the gratitude and esteem of citizens of Detroit. And these are to the coaches here in the city of Detroit, to Coach Dale Harville from Martin Luther King Jr. High School, and accepted on his behalf, Mr. Terrell Patrick. My neighborhood high school and a very good friend of mine from East English Village High School, Coach Roderick Olden. And in introducing me, Matt shared what high school I attended, and I saved the best for last, from Cass Technical High School. Two-time state championship, and my high school coach, Coach Thomas Woodruff. Won't you please come forward? And we have one additional award that was left off of our list, and we apologize for that. We'll make sure that the award is given to Coach Alfredo Calderon from Michigan Collegiate High School. Again, give him a hand also. Who are here tonight, those who could not come, can we give a big hand for all of our coaches who are supporting all of our young men in this 2012 high school year.
Next, we will be presenting an award to the student athlete that has committed himself to improving the community he lives in. Joining us today to present the Community Service Player of the Year Award from Forgotten Harvest is Daryl Anderson, Agency Relations Manager, and Mark Burke, the Director of Strategic Gifts.
All right, I'm Daryl Anderson, and we're here. One thing I have realized tonight, that commitment has been like the word of everyone's challenge that came up here tonight, from the parents to the athletes here, because on and off the field, these guys have to really be committed to everything they do. And us at Forgotten Harvest, we are committed to feeding this city and the surrounding areas. This year we did 44 million pounds. And that's not to say that we're happy that we're putting out that many pounds of food, because I mean people need the food, but we are committed to make sure that that food gets out regardless of snowstorms or whatever. These agencies need food. So, and the commitment that our volunteers have, and also with our donors, we can't survive without commitment from everyone. It's the same way with Curtis Blackwell and his foundation here. He operates strictly on your commitment, your volunteers. Those envelopes are there for a reason, because he needs a commitment from everyone, or many as possible, to commit to him and what his journey is and his collaboration. We're also just happy to partner with DTE and what they do to the community. They are committed to Forgotten Harvest, and they also committed to the community. And we're just proud to just be a part of this tonight. And what we're here to do, not the player of the year, but this award is for the person off the field. This kid is just did a lot outside of football. He helped disabled kids play football this summer. And we're here to, I heard he had 11 and a half sacks, but this award will take him to 12, because this is another half. So I would like to bring up from Cass Tech, Kenton Gibbs.
Well, he kind of caught me off guard, because he just asked me to speak out of nowhere. And I didn't really have nothing prepared anything of that sort. So I just want to thank Max Hicks and thank everybody. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me start off by thanking God first and foremost. And I can't really say that it was giving back to those people, because those people, even though they were disabled, by like our standards, they gave back to me really. The lessons that I learned from those people, like to know that you don't look like everybody else, but you get up every day with a smile on your face. To know that you didn't quite develop right, but you still happy, you still joyous to be where you are. We truly are blessed, all us athletes, we truly are. Everybody here, you wake up and you can move your arm the way you want to. You can move your leg how you want to. It might hurt a little bit, but you know, we can do everything we want to do. So we're extremely blessed. And you know, those guys, they want to be us. We just high school players. When they saw us, they got excited as if it was Christmas or something. So, you know, just use your influence for the positive. Just make sure that you try to spread love and cheer and happiness to everybody. Thank you for this support.
Thank you again. And we are also committed this summer. We thought about, hey, how can we get involved with these student athletes in schools and sports? So we committed to doing a football game this summer at Ford Field. We partnered with them. And the whole purpose of this game is to feed 1 million people in this area. That's what our goal is with this game. So we are looking for high schools to get involved. We're looking for the coaches. Even though I know it's another game that weekend, but we also doing a kickoff at Ford Field August 31st. And we need everyone's support, everyone's participation, and we just thank you. And also he's going to run something on the board also of the game. Thank you all, and enjoy.
Once again, we'd like to thank Forgotten Harvest for their support of today's event. I don't know if you all realize it, but this event was 100% donated by corporate sponsorship. We've grown a lot in a short amount of time, our organization here, and it's amazing that we can have an event for 400 people and not have to pay a dime. We're not, I know this is really nice, but we don't have the funds to pay for this. Forgotten Harvest fed everybody here today, and I really, really appreciate them stepping up for the event. So we have Mr. Unsung Hero, Derek Denham. Raise your hand, Derek. Derek Denham is the real MVP. He tied all the dots together. Derek does all the videos. He's an individual. We're proud to announce that our program, Maximum Exposure, will be having a TV show that will be on Fox Sports towards the spring, and Derek Denham is going to be producing that. He's also putting on the Prep Classic game, and he connected us all with Forgotten Harvest, and so it's a blessing to have good people around. And so thank you, Derek, for all your support today, Derek. I'm fortunate to have here my first high school coach, the guy that was the one that introduced me to high school football. He's also the founder of the top youth football program in the city of Detroit here, but I look at it as his organization is the organization that actually sets the tone for us nationally. Their team went down nationally to a national tournament and won, and we started a thing with Adidas that is a fundraiser for our program, but it's what we represent here. It's called Detroit Football. And I don't know if you've seen hats and shirts. The shirts that we have in the back all say Detroit Football. And Detroit Football is a movement. It's not something that you see and it's going to go away, but you're going to see these guys for a long time. And the guys that you see on the youth level, the high school level, and the pro level all represent Detroit football. And so Ronnie Reynolds and his president, his owner council, can you step forward? We have a special award for you for excellence in youth development. They run the Detroit Tigers youth football program. Come on up. Next organization, this is an organization that helped us. We started an organization called the Dream Wolverines, but the mentors for us and the individuals that have helped us create our programs, the Southfield Ravens. The Southfield Ravens have one of the largest youth football programs in the state of Michigan. They have over 500 little league football players that play from the ages of 6 all the way up to the 14. They also have competed nationally, where they have won on the regional and national level. And the president of that organization, Mr. Curtis Garrett, is here. Would you please come forward, Mr. Curtis Garrett from the Southfield Ravens. biggest partner that we've had since we've been here. And I can tell you that when you're trying to do programs, the one thing that you don't realize is there's no places that you can go. Getting facilities are very hard. It's extremely difficult when you're a young man and you're trying to do things. People don't really, have a lot of credibility in terms of trusting you with their school. And so one coach that's here today has basically put his whole job and livelihood on the line for lifting as we climb, sound mind, sound body, maximum exposure. And he's got a whole entire school district to give us basically whatever we want, whenever we need it. We have the ability that we're going to be starting our first free tutoring program for all the high school boys starting in March. And Coach Conley from Southfield High School, come on down. This award says the Lifting As We Climb Foundation recognizes Tim Conley, Southfield High School, as Community Supporter of the Year 2012. Thank you, Coach Conley. Last but not least, I think one of the coaches that are here today represents what it means to be a true MVP. It's not about being on the front line, but it's about doing whatever it takes to get the job done. Whether it's this coach, we had a camp going on, and this coach somehow, some way, slid off the side of the road on his way to the camp. And this coach, for whatever reason, left his car on the side of the road and came to work the camp. Now, is that commitment? That's commitment. Jermaine Crowell, defensive coordinator, defensive back, coach of Detroit Cass Tech. He's been an excellent supporter. And this award here reads, the Lifting As We Climb Foundation recognizes Coach Jermaine Crowell for excellence and commitment to youth development. Coach Crowell does whatever he has to do to help his boys go to the next level. Cass Tech has had a lot of defensive backs go D1, and this is the man. This is the reason behind the success of the Cass Tech defensive backs, Coach Crowell. We also have another coach here. We did not recognize it originally, but we want to make sure that we thank him for his support of the program, allowing his players to be a part of the program, and he's here today. Coach Brad Bush from Chelsea High School, can you please come forward? Thank you, Coach. So as we wrap up this event, we want to say that we have one individual who has a very unique distinction, probably more unique than anyone else here. He's a parent, a coach, a former college student, NFL draft pick, and a supporter of the Lifting As We Climb Foundation. Stan Edwards played 6 total seasons in the NFL, 5 for the Houston Oilers, and 1 for the hometown Detroit Lions. Stan Edwards is also a native Detroiter. He attended Kettering High School, earning a scholarship to the University of Michigan, where he played with Jon Reiske and some of the other distinguished guests in the room today. But as a parent, Stan is a distinguished parent as well. He has 2 Division I sons, Berkley Edwards and Braylon Edwards. Several years later, though, Stan did something else. He started helping the Lifting As We Climb Foundation. He started off at Wayne State University as a keynote speaker for an organization, and then he's a track coach, and he had got Braylon and Berkley. They're probably 2 of the fastest guys I've ever seen, in terms of ability to go from 0 to 100. Those guys are explosive, but Stan volunteered his time helping the guys Max X outside of Southfield High School. And he's also volunteered his time putting this event together for us today. I don't know if you realize, Stan ironed every single shirt you see here today. He did not want to put them in the cleaners. He wanted to put his own hands on them. Stan Edwards, please come on up. Thank you for your support.
Thank you, Curtis. I don't know if you guys are proud of me that I ironed all those shirts, or I'm going to be the shortest speaker tonight. The thank yous. I want to thank you, all you people, for coming out. This is a very unique event. There's a lot of revitalization going on in Detroit, and this is the untold story here. You see all the buildings going up, people are buying things, people are moving back in. There's another story here. You guys witnessed this firsthand tonight, and spread the word. There's some good things going on. I want to thank the Berkley Edwards Foundation for providing the shirts. Want to thank Forgotten Harvest, Daryl Anderson was up here earlier, for providing the food. I hope you guys understand how much this meant. Want to thank Jacqueline Northrop from Scarlet Communications. You guys didn't see it, the boys were doing a great job of doing media training, what to say, what not to say, how to say no, how to not answer a question, how to answer a question. It was great, you guys should have been there. Want to thank Jerry Gaines from Muscle Milk for their support and everything they've done as well. Brianna Bryant from Lifting As We Climb Foundation. Most of you guys got emails from her. You called her for the RSVP. Brianna had to call each family, each boy, and get the neck and sleeve sizes, which is not easy to do because some of us don't answer our voicemail all the time. Some of us don't answer our email but once a week. Some of us don't return phone calls. Who is Brianna? And she was persistent enough to get all the shirt sizes for that. Brianna, thank you very, very much for that. Thank you, Derek Denham, for all the production. Absolutely. Thanks, Derek Denham, for production. Derek Denham Productions and all the video you've seen. He's done an outstanding job and the tireless worker there. We mentioned John Wayne of Top Cat Sales and Adidas. What they've done to support here is immeasurable. Matthew Shepard. Matthew, we go back a long ways. Where's Matthew? He hadn't left yet, has he? Oh, there you go. Okay. Matt had to leave? Okay. Matt and I have done a couple of play-by-play games together, so it was good seeing Matt again. All the board members for Lifting As We Climb, we thank you very, very much. I saved one person for last. I don't think I mentioned it. Did Carla leave? Okay. Carla Hall from DTE is the one who made all of this happen. She had the vision, she understood it. This place is not cheap, as you guys can well imagine, and she thought enough of the foundation in Curtis to make sure the boys had a great send-off here, and I want to thank her. Carla and I were in undergrad together at the University of Michigan, and she's a valuable asset not only to us, but to the city of Detroit and the community. So, I'm just about done. Give me 120 seconds to be a dad. When you go to college, things to not bring home, things to bring home. Don't bring home a black eye, a baby, and I'll say that one again, a baby, and an incomplete college career. Do bring home a degree, your best effort, and a job. Thank you, everybody. Good night.
As we wrap up, I'd like to thank Stan once again for his support of this event. I was talking to Shane, John, Michael Allen, and Dave Dawson, and I was saying, like, this is not the end, this is the beginning. And our goal from this point forward, all you guys here, is time to make new memories. New memories. Everybody repeat, all the boys up here that say that with me, new memories. Now you gotta have some enthusiasm, I don't need that. You're the biggest guys in the room and you're gonna talk lazy. Say new memories loud and proud. That's right, that's right. It's all about making the most of this opportunity. Do not let this opportunity pass you by, and come back next year and be sitting in the audience telling your story to parents and other boys so that they can see that you are the reason why the city of Detroit is still vibrant, the reason why programs like this are needed in our community. And as we wrap up, I want to say that we were blessed with another donation. Uplift Athletics has donated gift bags for all the boys. If you want to come forward, you can pass them out towards all the boys. We have another gift for all the boys. And Minister Denham, are you here? Is Minister Denham here still? Can you come on up front real quick? As we wrap up here, is one thing that we always do with the Maximum Exposure Lifting As We Climb program is that we always start and end in prayer. We just want to thank God for His support of our organization. You know, one thing that I was told by my father when I was younger is that God blesses your efforts. It's your efforts that are blessed. You know, everyone can get on their knees and pray or say a prayer to God, but until you get to the business of doing, God and individuals around cannot join in hand with you and provide support. So Minister Denham is we're gonna all stand and we're gonna end in prayer, and after that, we'll see you all next year with 100 student athletes. Be sure to go to the back table and grab a shirt, drop off your envelope, any donations, and we'll see you next year. Minister Denham, come on up, please.
God bless everyone here on tonight. We thank God for all that's been said and done. We definitely don't want to leave without the benediction of safety and prayer. So I ask everyone at this time to be still at this moment and let us bow our heads once again and go before the Lord in prayer. Kind and gracious Father, we humbly approach your great throne once again. We want to say thank you for this outstanding event. Thank you for all of your people that have participated on tonight and all that was said and done. Continue to bless these young men as they go forward in your strength. Now we ask that you will look upon these your people as we will leave this place. Protect us and keep us from all hurt, harm, and danger. We will give you the praise. We will give you the glory. We ask these blessings by faith and we count them as done now. In Jesus' dear name, thank God. Amen.